What's up, Fat? So last month, I didn't do one of these because, honestly, I forgot. I did try and make a video where I got people in VR chat to say free Gunna as a replacement, and I'll play a clip if I have it, but after I saw what I made, I'm like, let's just make a two-parter into a one-parter. Let's just make a one-parter into a two-parter. Two-parter into a one-parter. Now, since we are going over 2 months worth of stuff, Gunna, I want you to pay attention. And just to make things easier, because I know it's hard for you to eat and do something else, we broke down stuff into categories. We got random US news because we're one where it actually matters. We can literally give two fucking farts that you're the best at math. You're a walking stereotype. And the third category is food. You fat, sloppy best friend. All will be labeled accordingly here. Actually, no, that's too much work. Cut that out. But what better way to start this off than by letting you know that on August 1st, we finally got that bastard who took over for Bin Laden. And the best part is, he was killed in a drone strike. We didn't even give him the satisfaction of sending a SEAL team after him. He basically got killed with the same technology Amazon has. One of the Capitol rioters got sentenced to 7 years. And this one's even funnier than the first one. So here's what he did, alright?
He was a member of the militia group, the Texas 3 Percenters, and brought flex cuffs, body armor, and a gun to the U.S. Capitol and said he planned to target House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. In a recorded Zoom call, he bragged about what he did.
Go forward! And then here's what his daughters had to say.
And of course, for some of the things, I'd like to say, it didn't seem like he was actually guilty.
Now, yeah, the guy who's standing on the steps of the Capitol like he's fucking George Washington discovering America, anything but guilty. Fun fact, his son turned him in. Beyonce's changing the lyrics in one of her songs about handies. New slur I'm trying out. But some handies got mad that she used an ableist slur in her Renaissance song. Or her song Renaissance album, whatever. She removed it. And you're probably thinking, oh my god, she dropped the hard R? And the hard D? No, it was spaz. Handies, am I right? There's this news story, and I shit you not, it says the IRS is about to go beast mode, and since I'm not paying for something that's printed in a newspaper, just imagine, I guess, this is happening to us.
Oh, look at this run! What a run! Marshawn Lynch still on his feet, has blockers now, he's dancing his way for the touchdown.
As of August 2nd, there have been 28 shark attacks in the US. What are we, fucking Australia? I'm pretty sure our smog was like a natural shark repellent. Thanks, Tesla. Deshaun Watson finally got suspended, and it's actually wild to think about it because 24 women came forward and he's still able to play the last 5 games of the season. Our only hopes, ladies, is if he goes 0-5. Brittany Griner was sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison, which is also wild to think about. Trying to overthrow a government building with the intent of killing someone inside will get you less time in America than having less than a gram of wax in Russia. McDonald's customers love salads. Who knew? No one? That's a fucking lie? Am I right, Gunna? When has anyone ever in the history of being skinny said, you know what, I'm gonna get a McDonald's salad because I'm feeling healthy today? For some reason, Ben & Jerry's doesn't want their ice cream being sold in Israel. Kinda selfish if you ask me, but I'll keep you updated. Someone tells us the right way to vent at work, and I usually find that screaming as loud as you can into your closest coworker's face will get you fired, so you don't need to worry about venting at work. Walgreens is doing to San Francisco what crack did to inner cities in the 80s. McDonald's is gonna reopen some locations in Ukraine, and it's like, is that really what they wanted? I feel like this was a decision solely made by Ronald McDonald himself. The Ravens won their 21st straight preseason game, which apparently is the greatest and most meaningless sports streak of all time. I don't know, I think being able to eat the most hot dogs in a certain amount of time is also pretty useless. Oh yeah, there was this guy who drove into the barricades at the Capitol and then shot himself like a failed GTA mission. And my only thoughts on that was that he thought he was going to make it through the barricade and do who knows what. Obviously. You ever just realize how stupid you are? Children are now priceless, according to the editorial board. Some of you got a boner. Lettuce is removing Wendy's. Yo, I totally meant to say Wendy's is removing lettuce. Not lettuce is removing Wendy's from its sandwiches because of E. coli. And I swear to God, I had a chicken sandwich from there last week, and it had lettuce. Good thing I just read that it's only in Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Maybe that's what's finally going to take out Ohio for us. So remember that Ben & Jerry's thing I was talking about? Well, apparently they lost, and their ice cream is getting sold in places they don't want. Imagine how that country feels, though. Not only does America want nothing to do with you, but now this random ice cream company doesn't even want to sell their product there? Yo, I'm proud to be an American where at least I know him. Fetty Wap is also now in jail on drug charges, and you guys do know that you can always make music, right? 2 men were found guilty of plotting to kidnap the governor of Michigan, and it's like, are we still kidnapping people, guys? This ain't the Middle East. Act like it. This is probably one of the most random ones, but those Medicare commercials, they have, like, those have the retired athletes, are gonna tone down their advertisement due to complaints. If you complained about those commercials, then you're just as annoying as them. And that was August, Gunna, and I hope you're paying attention still because we're moving right into September. And no, I don't care that the Queen died. I swear to God, if I hear anything from any of you about the Queen dying, you're gonna be cutting cake with her in hell. I don't know why this wasn't bigger news, but ISIS is making a comeback in Iraq. The owner of the Phoenix Suns got fined $10 million for using a racial slur, and he has to sell the team. I used to live in Arizona for 12 years, so I'd like to put in my bid at $500. If nobody has a higher bid by tomorrow at noon, I acquire the team, no takebacks. I thought it was over, but apparently R. Kelly is still getting in trouble. Apparently the war-torn Ukraine is more deserving of a McDonald's than our very own Chicago. Chicago is like that sleeper state for being like the next Ohio. Think about it. This is another random one, but that MyPillow guy had his phone seized by the FBI at a Hardee's drive-thru. That's why I only go to Carl's Jr., because stuff like that doesn't happen there. Another article about McDonald's in Chicago, and I'm telling you, Chicago is like the Ohio DLC, but somebody just added guns. Someone leaked some GTA 6 footage and everyone went wild like the game isn't going to come out in 6 years. North Korea says it's not supplying Russia with weapons, which I feel like is something that no one asked, and they're just like, yo, just to make sure. And, you know, next thing Putin comes in with a rocket launcher, was like, hey, thanks for the gun, Kimmy. I don't know if it was this month or last month or even recently, but Brett Favre was like, yo, can I use this money to build a volleyball stadium? No? Well, let me tell you what I'm not looking at. And then to end off the spectacular 2 months, the Dolphins let this happen.
Oh my goodness, that's an awful, awful sight to see.
And then 4 days later, let this happen.
With the grain, and down he goes. Josh Tupu.
All in all, this was a pretty eventful 2 months. I know I missed a couple things, but I'm not here for you. I'm only here for Gunna. Once again, see you at the end of next month with your next update. Peace.